so that the construction of the school will commence within the very near future. Lastly, may God give wisdom and his blessings to the people of Jamaica. Thank you. And that was April 21st, 1966. Yili, Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. Yeah. You see, Rastafari come riding upon the wings of the wind. The lion riding upon the wings of the wind and arriving in Jamaica, and you see Rastafari coming with nothing but good, positive word sound. You see, to strengthen the nations in a positive direction. Rastafari. You see, Haile Selassie the first always setting the example and always looking for the things that I and I have in common, as he says, the fundamental things that we have as mutual interests, the things that we have in common should be and must always be the things that we're dealing with first and foremost on the table, Rastafari. And next strong, here at Rastafari Rising, we will be showing the visitation of His Majesty to Jamaica here at Rastafari Rising. So do be present for that. Ailey, Rastafari. And also do remember that April 21st, we will be riding up at the Keeney Park Pawn House, excuse me. And we'll go a little bit further into that, a little bit more into the Iowa. Ailey, Rastafari. Yes, I did say we have a video on Ethiopia, and we'll be showing that shortly. But a couple points I did want to touch up on before we go forward is that much of the problem that we encounter, much of the things we'll be going through within this present Iowa, we'll find that the roots does not go far from the family. You see, the roots of our problems, our confrontational things, are whatever you want to say, you know, the obstacles within this present world right now. The majority of the things we're going through right now, the root causes of the thing that will reside fundamentally in the family. You see? Yeah. So within that same fullness, we must remember within a holistic African principles, foundationally, the family, another word for the family is solutions, you see? The family is supposed to provide solutions to problems. The family is not a thing that's supposed to create problems. You see? The family has to be a thing that solve problems, not create problems. And within a holistic African perspective of liberty, I must have to reassess the things what really going on as it relate to family. Rastafari, Ailey, because we know say family is man, woman, and children. But a lot of our problems and the things that we going through right now, or our people is going through, is through much of the things that we determine as our relationship structure, group dynamics, and all of these type of things are based off of Caucasian models. You see? The whole romantic fallacy of the Caucasian models. And you find that the Caucasian families they are rapidly deteriorating at an alarming rate. You see? The Caucasian family structure is deteriorating at a rapid rate. And for we now to emulate and to embrace those role models or examples as we determine as to be how we should live, we find what's going on is the same thing. Our families are deteriorating at a rapid rate as well. Eli? Rastafari. So we have to really look into these things and have to address the problems, because the roots of everything is residing in family. You see, the family is the foundation of all civilization, all society, you see. And within that same fullness, within that same African holistic reality, you see, all relationships, group dynamics, and all of these type of things, they all, what does it serve? What is the interest that it serves? It serves the interest of the community. You see, relationships serve the interest of the community or the village or the culture, and the culture serve the interest of the relationships. You see? Yeah, straight. So now, as ones and ones move within their fullness of understanding their reality, we have to move away from the Caucasian model. You see, because that's a failure model for we. It ain't going to work for we. You see, the romantic fallacy that's not really going to work for we. Rastafari. And upcoming Rastafari Rising, we want to really just have Rastafari Rising Iowa, where we really just deal upon family. We want to touch upon relationships, sexuality, and all of these type of things, because we find that it is very much important that I really reason upon these things. You see, because we don't want to leave nothing up to speculation. You see? Rastafari. Aye? That's it. We're going to have some most powerful guests coming on likewise. So without any other further ado, we just want to run some of this video from Ethiopia. Ethiopia is called Ethiopia 52, I believe. But if we have it there, we can write it up. And if the time permit, we'll go up into some reasoning. Eli? Rastafari. So glory to word and glory to sound. Glory to the power of the Most High. Jah Rastafari. Here Selassie the First. Chill Pope of Rome right now.
Plateau, like an island in the heart of the African continent. An impregnable fortress of rock which has saved the country from colonization and assimilation by foreign powers. That is Ethiopia. And this film tells its story, the amazing story of a yesterday that goes back thousands of years, and of a tomorrow full of promise. Scarcely any other country in the world contains such varied geological formations as Ethiopia. The gigantic mountains, many of them rising steeply and unexpectedly out of the plain, conceal numerous volcanic lakes, unexplored relics of volcanoes long since dead, recalling the birth pangs of Africa. But rock doesn't dominate the scene everywhere. There are wide valleys as well, and rolling hills with rich volcanic soil. Here, cattle and sheep find green pastures, and here the peasants grow the teff to make their daily bread, the local injera, and many other cereals. In this mountain world of changing scenes, the dread equator becomes a harmless neighbor. Although for 9 months on end, one sunny day follows another, some of the springs never dry up. The exceptional altitude of between 6,000 and 10,000 feet brings with it a temperate climate, warm days, fresh nights, and a fertile vegetation. The tree-covered hills keep their rich, dark green color all the year round. Ancient forest giants rise above a mysterious vegetable kingdom seldom touched by the foot of man.